Hey guys, and welcome back to the farmhouse. Are you guys ready to start composting even when it's cold outside? Today we are going to be setting up our worm composting bin. We worm compost in the winter because it's cold outside, and it is an easy and convenient way to compost all of those kitchen scraps to make that black gold for our spring and summer gardens. So let's go ahead and get started.
And we are going to hydrate some cocoa coir. We actually did this a couple days before so that it would completely saturate. So you just pour, most of the time it comes with a bag, you pour water in it and you just let it sit. And it's actually more water than you think you need. A couple of days, we are being too oversaturated. So then on the weekend, we dumped our cocoa coir into our worm bin. We were just using a plastic tote here. We did drill some holes at the top for ventilation, and then this is one of the totes that latches shut on the top. It just makes it easier for us. Once the cocoa coir was in the bin, we put a couple big scoopfuls of our native soil. We have a very sandy soil here, so not only is this going to provide like a natural habitat for the worms, but it's also going to give them some grit, which is going to just keep them healthier. Mix it all together. We dug kind of like a trench or just a big hole in the middle of our worm bin, and we started adding in our food scraps, and we also added in some newspaper, ripped up newspaper, and some like cardboard from like say toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls. The reason we're adding newspaper and cardboard is because any fruits or veggies, as they decompose, they're going to put off a lot of water, and we don't want our bin to mold. So the paper is in there to help absorb the water and make it so it doesn't mold and smell. It actually can decompose the paper and the cardboard, so it's kind of a win-win situation here. Bananas are a favorite of worms, so we like to start our worm bins by adding a few bananas. It just is going to give them that jump start and that boost because they love them so much. If you want them to break down and the worms to eat them quicker, you rip them up. In this case, we are just starting this worm bin, so we definitely wanted to give them a good start and a good kickstart, so we're ripping everything up into smaller pieces. If you guys want another list or a more extensive list on anything that you can put in your worm bin, head on over to our website, www.hummingbird-acres.com. We have a few articles over there that tell you how to set this up and anything and everything that you can feed your worms, and a few things that you should stay away from.
So we got worms from Uncle Jimmy's Worm Farm. They are an awesome source for worms. The first time we did our worm bin, we actually just dug up worms from our yard, which is a great option. We just are starting this worm bin a little late, and all of the worms have dug really deep into the soil, and we couldn't find any within the first like 18 inches, so we opted to buy some. This is a great option. I will link it below for you guys. I'm gonna let the kids find them and take them out. Great, so stick your hand in.
We do not have the largest worm bin in the world. We have a decent sized worm bin, but it's not really the biggest. So when we got our worms from Uncle Jim's Worm Farm, we did opt to only buy 25 to start with. Worms multiply very rapidly. So these 25, we are pretty sure they multiply even in the bag, because we definitely felt like there were more than 25 worms when we were putting them in the bin. Uncle Jim's Worm Farm comes with a little card inside. It tells you how to care for them, and if you do happen to get worms and they're not active, they do have a great warranty. So you can see Hunter is holding the worms here, and you can see all of them wiggling around. They are kind of skinny, which is okay, but that is one of the reasons why we put bananas in there. They love bananas, and they're just going to devour them and plump up pretty quick, along with multiplying pretty quickly. So we are going to keep an eye on this bin to make sure they're not multiplying too fast. And if we do feel like they are multiplying too fast, then we will divide this bin probably in the middle of winter. Worm composting is a great option for winter because you're going to keep this bin inside. It's not going to freeze. If it's outside during winter, it doesn't really get warm enough for things to break down and decompose. So if you're looking for a great way to continue composting through the winter and compost all year long, a worm bin is a great option. Up our worms and our newspaper and our cardboard. We got another scoopful or 2 scoopfuls of our native soil. This is just soil that came out of one of our raised garden beds. This is just going to cover everything up and start that process off with a bang. So Jamie is covering them up, and then we have one more thing to do before we put them in their spot for winter.
To discourage the worms from crawling out of the bucket, we're going to cut a piece of cardboard that we can just place on top of the soil.
In between 59 and 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Red wigglers, which is the type of worms that we got, will tolerate temperatures outside of that range, but they do their best work somewhere in between that range, which is why we think about the temperature and what it's going to be like throughout the winter and see if you can keep it within that range. A heated garage is a good option. The basement, a laundry room. I've seen people keep their worm bin under their kitchen sink, or anywhere else you see that will fit, that does not expose them to below freezing temperatures. We keep our worm bin in our basement, in the bathroom. We have a bathroom in our basement, and the shower is a enclosed shower. So we keep our worm bin in there, and then we can shut the door. This keeps the dog from bothering it, and it also keeps the kids from bothering it. The kids do know what it is, but this kind of is a deterrent for them. We will be checking on this worm bin throughout the winter. I'm going to definitely be doing some YouTube shorts to give you guys some updates on them. And then we have big plans for these worms and this worm bin come spring, so you're going to want to subscribe. Thanks so much for hanging out with us at the farmhouse today, and we will talk to you soon.